Well, we've done it. We have completed all 5 sections of school mode. And this now means the end of the game progression-wise. However, I think because this is a secondary released game, I think it's only appropriate for me to give this game a fitting send-off in arcade mode. So that's what I'm going to do. However, before we do that, I will need to save the game, since that is one thing I have not done yet. And I will be very livid if I don't save the game. Alright, game is saved, and now let's get on with arcade mode. So this is arcade mode. I've more or less given you an overview of what there is in terms of our options. So we've got start, options and exit. And if I just press on options here, you will notice that we are going to now turn the opponent cars on, because this is how we can race. And as I said before, on both Grand Canyon and the Italian Street Course, unfortunately the AI are not there on either of those courses. It's just on Tsukuba Circuit, Fuji Speedway and New York where you can physically race the AI. But outside of those 3 courses, the other 2, well, you're basically just doing hot laps. And everything else seems to be in order. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, let's actually get on with the racing now, as a suitable send-off for this game. So we have 5 tracks to choose from here. We've got Tsukuba, New York, Grand Canyon, Fuji Speedway, and the Italian Street Course. However, I will of course be heading over to the tracks where we can race. And I will start off by heading to Fuji. And I think the car I will use for this let's use I think I'm gonna use... yeah, let's use the Nissan Silvia for this one, because why not? And as for the colour, yeah, let's go green. So, manual transmission, driving aids off. Tyre type, I don't think that really matters. Let's just get on with some racing. So what competition are we going to have here? We'll wait and see. So we've got a Honda S2000, 2 Subaru Legacies, a Toyota MR2, and another Nissan Silvia S14. Okay, let's go. So, doing... I think it's 5 laps around Tsukuba. Yeah, okay, it is 5 laps. And so, here we go. Hoping that my car is not woefully off the pace of the AI, even though I'm pretty sure it won't be. But we'll wait and see. A little bit of contact there with the Silvia on the outside. The Honda S2000 leads. I'm now overtaking the Subaru Legacy Wagon and looking for an advantage on the Toyota that's ahead of me. And have I got him around the outside? Yes, I do. I'm being forced onto the grass, but able to get my car back on the track. And now I've been given a penalty. And now my race is ruined. Unless I can get back into this. Well, it was going well until it wasn't. I might have to consider restarting this if I'm too far back. Basically, I was on the outside, I more or less had the racing line, and then what happened next was the AI decided I did not have the racing line, and basically they decided to just spin me out. Fortunately, however, it doesn't take too long to make up time here. So, do I have any shots at winning now? Probably not, but am I still going to try and go for the win anyway? Yes. Because I think there is still time to gain, and time for me to redeem myself. Because I am literally gaining a second a lap. Well, a second per sector on the AI. I'll be amazed if this does turn out to be a spin and win. It's arduous, but it might just be possible. Considering I am driving a mean green machine. Okay, now I'm just 7 seconds back. If I'm gonna start making passes, I need to do it now. If I'm gonna catch up to the AI. This is now the time for me to make my passes. And make them stick. Because I am not going to be spun out again. Hello, Mr. Legacy. Bye-bye, Mr. Legacy. Okay, 4.6. I definitely have a chance at this. I definitely have a chance of fighting back. In spite of my atrocious spin taking me out at the start. I do have a chance. It's minimal, but I do have a chance. As long as I can keep my car off the walls, I should be good. Up the inside of the Honda S2000, and I am closing in on the Toyota MR2 now. It's pretty clear to say that I have the fastest car on track, as I'm now just 2 seconds behind the Toyota. After a completely unscripted wreck on the first lap, I've had to pretty much fight and claw my way out, and now I'm just 1¼ seconds behind. So hopefully this will be what helps me to get it done. But we shall wait and see. The Toyota seems to be faster than me on the straights, but I am faster than him through the corners, and that is what I will use to my advantage. And looking for a move at the inside, we're side by side down the front stretch. I run wide on the entry to turn 1, he also runs wide on the exit. I do the old switcheroo, and now it's taken me 4 full laps to officially take the lead here at Tsukuba Circuit in my Nissan Silvia S14. I now have the lead. And it's taken me just 9 minutes to get here. But either way, I am now out in front with an advantage. And it looks very well like this is going to be my race to lose. As long as I keep the car on track and don't have another spin, I should pretty much get the spin and win. And I do. Spin and win, baby! By 2.7 seconds. And then 8 seconds behind was the S2000. And is everyone... Oh, everyone just finished. Only just. Everyone only just finished as a result of my spin. Anyway, there we go. As I said, spin and win, baby! As I have proven that with my Nissan Silvia K's Aero S14. I have proven just that. Okay, 1 race down, 2 races to go. What car will I be using in New York, you may ask? Well, I will think about that. Anyway, first race down. Let's now move on to our second race. I think I'm going to use... What car do I want to use for this? I'm feeling a little picky over which choice I want to use. If I use the Nissan, it'll only be a head-to-head. I think I will use... Well, I don't want this to take too long, so... I think I will use... Let's use the Subaru. Because why not? And as for the colour... Yeah, I can race in white. Why not? And I'll switch to road tyres. Okay, we are using the Subaru for race number 2. And then I think after that I'll use one of the concept cars. Just to send this off. Or I could showcase the rally car. I might showcase the rally car. Actually no, on second thoughts, I've changed my mind. I'll use the Evo 4 instead. Because I haven't used one of those 2 pre-unlocked rally cars yet. I've changed my mind all of a sudden. I'm going to use the Evo 4 for this. Because I want to. Also because I said something about showcasing it, so this might as well be the best place to do it. So I'll do it right here and now, because I can. Alright, so got 2 Subarus, 1 Toyota, 1 Ford, and 1 Lancia. As well as 1 Mitsubishi. Here we go. Rally Car New York, baby! Because I figure why not. Also because I figure I can get some decent shots of my Evo 4 whilst I'm here. And as I would have expected, I am already pulling ahead. I don't think these races necessarily need to be 5 laps. But I guess the only reason why they really made them 5 laps is because of just how constrained the development time was. supposedly. But anyway, I am 1.7 seconds clear of the Lancia, and at the moment I am okay with that. I almost hit the wall on the inside there, but thankfully I was able to avoid it. I know the change of cars came very suddenly, and some of you might also hate me for it, but the truth is, I haven't really got any decent shots in New York yet, and I figured this might as well be the best time to do that. It's also because, well, I just like showcasing one of the rally cars. Because, you know, why not? Also because, well, I have already showcased every single car in this game from my arcade race gameplays, which I managed to record one of at least every single car with, and made sure they were clean runs as well whilst I was at it. In other words, they were runs I did in every single car in the game, and I also made sure that each of them were clean runs. Basically, I just did that for shits and giggles mostly, but either way, I have done it before because, well, I figured it would keep my viewers enticed. And in some cases it has. Because with some of them, I've got hundreds of views, and other ones, I've got dozens of views. So by my standards, that's actually not bad going, in my opinion. But either way, I'm not doing too shabby at the moment, and I'm steadily pulling away from the Lancia. Okay, 2 laps down, and 3 laps to go. Just have to continue leading the way here, which is more or less what my plan is. And then, once I am done with this, I will probably use one of the concept cars at Fuji Speedway, and then for me, I think that'll pretty much be everything, because I don't really have anything else I need to prove in this game after that. But anyway, I am nearly 3 laps in, and up to the roundabout again for the 4th time, as now the Subaru takes over 2nd place. I can math. 2nd place over the Lancia Delta. And it looks like from here I'm more or less gonna go on a tear, because that's precisely what I have been doing since the start of the race. Not really pushing it, just riding this car as steadily as she goes. And now we just have 2 more laps to go. I have pretty much torn myself away from the AI. I don't think they're going to catch me anymore, because I'm just continuing to set the pace. Unless I have one major mistake, the odds of them catching me are practically slim to none. Because I know the AI with most of the cars in this game. they aren't exactly at their strong suits. But either way, I have pretty much separated myself from the AI now, and I only have one more lap to go by the end of this one. Through the streets of Manhattan, I am proving to pretty much be the 5-lap king in my Evo 4. I wonder if there's any mileage on here. And there isn't. Just figured I'd check on the tachometer for a moment there to see if this game logs miles or kilometers, and under the circumstances, it doesn't have that. Oh well, it's fine. I don't think mileage really matters all that much. I have pretty much given myself a big enough lead now to the point of where I know losing is just not possible anymore. I don't really have anything to lose anymore at this point. I mean, I have done the game, I've saved it. Pretty much all my progress is saved null and void, and I don't really think anything is going to be preventing me from winning, because I pretty much have a big enough advantage now to say that I don't think anyone is going to make it to the finish line before the fade. Unless one of them just manages to do it. I'd say the Subaru probably does have a shot, but I don't think he's going to make it much sooner than me. But I think he's now separated himself from the Lancia, so I think he probably is going to take home second. Anyways, I win. I win using the Evo 4. Now let's see if anyone else can finish. I'm betting the Subaru might, but we'll wait and see. Oh, both the Subaru and the Lancia finish, both 14 and 15 seconds behind me respectively. Cool. Anyway, that's enough of that. So let's now save the game, because I can do that. And also because, well, I have a multitude of saved replays here. So, I think we'll pretty much be Gucci here. But as to which ones I decide to use, well, that's for me to decide and for you to find out. Okay, one more race, and then we'll be done. So we've used both the Nissan Silvia and the Mitsubishi Lancer Evo 4. I think what I'm now going to use is, let's head over to one of the concept cars and think about which one to use from there. I think what we'll use to end this off, well, I already showcased the Honda, so I don't really need to do that again. Yeah, let's drive the BMW. I want to drive the BMW Concept M5 for this, because this thing, in my opinion, looks pretty cool, and I also want to give myself a concept car send-off. So here's our competition. We've got a Dodge Viper GTS, a Mitsubishi Lancer Evo 8, a Nissan Skyline GTR R34, a Merc SL55 AMG, and another BMW M5. Alright, let's go. final race of Gran Turismo 4 Prologue. 5 laps around Fuji Speedway, and then we will pretty much be done. From what I can work out. As I immediately dive to the inside. And a little bit of short shifting there. And just making sure I get through without making too much contact. And that's precisely what I do. As I have now cleared my competition. And immediately I have basically gone to war and won it straight away. Because the AI don't really stand a chance when it comes to overpowered cars. I accidentally shifted down into first. That was in no ways intentional. That was completely an accident. It was not intentional in any way, if you're asking. Okay, moving on. As I now immediately have a 6-second lead over the Dodge Viper. Oh, hey, this thing is a 7-speed. I just figured I'd check. Because I wanted to. Oh, shit. Yep, I overshot the corner. Well, had to happen at least once. I was not gonna get away with it without overshooting turn 1 at least once. But either way, I'm doing okay. Because why not? Meanwhile, I now have a 10-second lead on the Dodge Viper. So basically, any shots he had of catching me, they've pretty much dwindled away now. But either way, that doesn't matter. Because I do have a big enough lead already. And the odds of me losing it at this stage are practically slim to none. As long as I don't overshoot the bend this time. I think in that instance I actually undershot the corner that time. But nonetheless, I didn't think it would have really been worth the risk for me to overshoot again. Because I know this car does not have race car brakes. And in all honesty, I'm pretty content with that. Plus, I did actually do a gameplay of the BMW M5 in New York during my arcade races videos. I actually did a full video of this thing riding around the streets of Manhattan. I may leave a link in the description below, or either in one of my promotion cards during the video if you want to go and check it out. But if I do remember rightly, then I did, more or less, drive this car through the streets of New York. Manhattan, by the way, basically is the centre of New York. Well, that aside from Brooklyn. New York is basically two islands morphed into one city. Because you have Brooklyn on one side and you have Manhattan on the other side. And I think Long Island is also somewhere in there as well. I haven't been to New York personally, but there's at least a few things I would really like to see if I ever do manage to get to New York. Although I can assure you, some of the buildings that they have in New York, they will no doubt be a bit different than what they were 20 years ago. But yeah, there are plenty of things to see in New York, and I am hopeful and saying that I do manage to get over there someday, since that is kind of on my bucket list options. But anyway, I have pretty much torn myself away from the Dodge Viper now. He's got basically no chance of catching me. I am pretty much hot lapping at this point. I have literally left my competition in the dust, as I get a little bit of oversteer on the exit of the B side of turn 1. But either way, we are running good, as I am 34 seconds clear of the Dodge Viper. I don't know where the other M5 is. I'd assume he's either running in 3rd or 4th, with my pre-assumptions. But anyway, just got one more corner to go after this one, and then we should pretty much have this one well in the pocket. I also really wouldn't mind heading to Japan at some point as well, if I ever get the chance. I did hear Mount Fuji actually wasn't too far from Tokyo, so it's just one of those things I have on my suggestions. And I end this off with a new best lap time. So these are your results. A double podium for the BMWs. So the Dodge Viper finished 2nd, then the second M5 3rd, followed by the Merc, the Nissan, and the Mitsubishi finished in 6th and last. So there we go. So that's pretty much all of the racing done now, and just to be absolutely sure, I do have a replay saved. Yes, I do. I will probably be using that one. Anyways, there we go. So that was arcade mode, and now I'm going to head over to the save screen to give my closing thoughts on the game. So, just gonna show you one more time. We have got all 46 gold trophies, and we have achieved the gold in all of the coffee breaks. Just as clarification to say that we've done it. And now, I will save the game. And this is where I will send off the game. And also get myself a sip of water whilst I'm at it. That's better. Okay. And so, there we go. That was Gran Turismo 4 Prologue. And, in all honesty, it is just crazy to think that 20 years ago, the GT fandom was basically just, well, amazed to see basically what would become a precursor to the actual game itself when it finally did come out worldwide in 2005. Gran Turismo 4 itself basically proved right to the very limits of what the PlayStation 2 was capable of. And just basically the gobs of content that GT4 itself had at the time, that was basically mind-blowing to a lot of us. I know I was probably too young to remember when the game itself first came out, but I gotta tell you, man, Gran Turismo 4 definitely influenced me into becoming a sim racer. And it's a feeling that has not faded away from me ever since. But yeah, the amount of things that you can just do in Gran Turismo 4, that was mind-blowing to us at the time, and it ironically still is even today. I can't really speak for the people who remember when this game came out, but nonetheless, they definitely amped up their hype and expectations for knowing just how good Gran Turismo 4 was going to be. And it also lived up to the hype as well, because it went on to become what is widely considered to be the most critically acclaimed racing game of all time. Now, are there better ones out there? Yeah, there probably are, but personally, it's one of my favourite games of all time, and it's definitely my favourite racing game, there's no question about that. But as for this game, however, well, I think, under the circumstances, the way they structured school mode, they just did it perfectly. Basically, with you just learning the ins and outs of cars, and basically different types of cars, and, you know, just learning how to go fast, how to brake, how to steer the car, also how to be accustomed to the undulation of the car, also getting used to the physics of understeer and oversteer. All of those things definitely morphed into what I believe is a solid precursor entry to Gran Turismo 4 itself. So, if you do manage to spot this game on your local game store shelf, please check it out, because this game was a precursor and had basically few of the very many things that the game itself would actually have. And yeah, I also really like how Vicky was just, you know, giving you all the motivation as the player to just get on with the lesson, and basically just wishing you the best of luck. I thought that was really cool. Knowing that you're actually motivated into doing the lesson, that I thought was also really cool. And also the prize cars as well. I mean, Polyphony, in spite of this game having such a short development time, they have never failed to impress us, one way or another. Regardless of how good or bad the GT fandom may think some of these games are, they never fail to impress us. And this game is another one of those shining examples. And yeah, so that's pretty much everything. And just to show you one more time that we have officially completed it, we have pretty much got all 5 sections done, and we have achieved all 46 gold trophies, with a score of over 6,100 points. So yeah, that'll do it for Gran Turismo 4 Prologue. Another game is done, and next time we will be getting on with another game from 2004, but as to what that is, well, stay tuned to find out. But until then, I'm Jordan Mustang 87, saying thanks for watching, and until the next one, we shall be seeing you around the bend. Later.